Hello and welcome to Electric Bike Report. My name is Pete and this is the new Raleigh Misceo IE electric bike in for testing and review. This is the first bike in the US to feature the Shimano STePs mid-drive system. It also has the Shimano Di2 electronic shifting, which shifts the Shimano Alfine 8-speed internally geared rear hub back there. So this is a pretty high-tech bike. I'll have the full review at electricbikereport.com, but now let's take a closer look at the Misceo IE. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at the frame and fork. The fork here is a carbon fiber fork, and that helps to keep the weight down. The Misceo IE weighs 42.3 pounds, which is pretty lightweight for an electric bike. And this is the aluminum frame. As you can see, some curved tubes, some hydroforming, and some thick aluminum welds there. Pretty nice, straightforward aluminum frame, and you can see that it's been built specifically for the Shimano STePs mid-drive system there. There's also some internal cable routing to keep things looking pretty clean. This is the Shimano STePs 250 watt mid-drive motor. It has a peak power of 500 watts, and it's a pedal assist only system. There's no throttle, and so what it does is it measures your pedal power through a torque sensor, and there's also a cadence sensor, and then a wheel speed sensor back there. So it takes all that information and provides you with the proportional pedal assist based on how hard you're pedaling and which pedal assist level you've selected. There's 3 different levels. There's Eco, Normal, and High, and I'll show those here in a bit. So since this is a mid-drive system, it basically takes your pedal power and the motor power and applies it to the rear gears of the bike. This is the Shimano Alfine 8-speed internally geared rear hub, and what it'll do is take that power and leverage the higher gears to cruise up to 20 miles per hour, and then it has the lower gears to leverage to climb almost any hill. And then on the outside of the hub there, you can see the black plastic cover. That's the Shimano Di2 electronic shifting module, and you can see the electronic cable running under the chainstay there back to it. Now the system is powered by the main battery pack on the bike, which is right there on the down tube, and if the battery pack were to run low enough where it's not going to provide assist, it will still allow you to shift the rear electronic shifting and see all the display information. So there's a reserve built in there. So this is the Shimano STePs lithium battery pack mounted on the down tube of the frame. This is good for overall weight distribution. It's low and centered on the bike along with the motor right there. This is a 36 volt 11.6 amp hour lithium pack, and has a lock right here on the other side, and then a on-off switch with a battery level indicator. Okay, let's take a look at the removal of the Shimano STePs battery pack. You take the supplied key. This is actually an ABUS key. It comes with a little serial number. You can actually match this key with an ABUS lock, so you have one key for the battery and for an ABUS lock if you choose to do that. So basically just turn the key and then slide the battery pack to the side like that, and it's removed. And then this is the on-off button as well as the battery level indicator, and then on the bottom this is the charging port. Okay, so the battery pack has been removed, and then you can see the Shimano STePs charger here, and it takes about 4 hours to fully charge the battery pack from empty, and you can see it plugs into any normal wall outlet there. Alright, let's take a look at the handlebar area. So front and center is the Shimano STePs display, and then on the left side we've got the pedal assist control pad, and then the front Shimano hydraulic disc brake lever. Over here, this is the electronic shifting control pad and the rear brake lever. So let's take a look at the display here real quick. So first of all, you can use the control pad to go through the different levels of assist. You got high, normal, and eco. And then on this control pad, you've got the black button, which will actually cycle through information like what gear you're currently in, what your trip distance is, your odometer, your range, and the range is pretty cool. So you've got different levels of assist here, and it will actually estimate how much range you have left. And this will actually recalculate based on how many hills you've been climbing and what the ride's been like. So that's a very handy feature. Also got time, average speed, max speed, etc. Now, so this is in the gear selection right here, and so when you hit the different gear selectors, it will show you what gear you're in. And one of the cool things is say you come to a stop and you're in gear 8. Once it recognizes you come to a stop, it'll actually reset back to an easier gear, so that taking off from that stop will be much easier. So a lot of nice features built into the system. So here's a closer look at the Shimano hydraulic rear disc brake, and this is using a 160 millimeter rotor on the back, and then the same thing on the front. Nice Shimano hydraulic disc brake for good stopping power. So the Misceo IE is spec'd out with the Kenda Quick Bitumen tires. These are definitely a road style tire that are fairly wide. They're 700 by 40 wide, and they have a nice sort of efficient central tread with looks like some good tread for wicking water, the tires are nice and wide, so they offer an efficient ride, but also a pretty stable ride too. Here's a closer look at the Royale Saddle. It has sort of a gel style insert in the top there, and overall it's been a pretty comfortable saddle. Alright, so that's been the overview of the Raleigh Misceo IE electric bike with the Shimano STePs mid-drive system. This bike retails for $31.99 at the time of this review, and I'll have the full review for you at electricbikereport.com.